Hello and welcome to the No Ceilings podcast on the Turtlesmith Network. I am Vincent and I'm here with Cortni and a very, very special guest, an entrepreneur, community man, and all-out philanthropist.
Uh-oh. Make me sound good. That made me sound like I got money.
Real good. But
We claiming it.
with no further ado, Corey Sutter, also known as Scissorhands.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Thank you for being here today. And so we just want to jump right in.
Let's go.
So one of the things that I want to know is everybody knows you as Scissorhands.
Yes, ma'am.
But tell me, who is Corey Sutter?
He's a good kid. He's a humble kid, a good guy, you know what I'm saying? He grew up not having nothing. He know what it's like to not have. He know what it's like to want, but not to have. But Scissorhands, that guy is something else. It's like lights, camera, action when it's Scissorhands mode, So when you see Scissorhands, it's lights, camera, action. But Corey Sutter, he's just a laid back, chill dude, you know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, we all know that you have the Fading Up Barbershop.
Yes, ma'am.
And it has been very successful. So talk to us about that and how you got started in that. And then also you have a new business venture, and we want you to tell us about that as
Yes,
well.
ma'am. So, I've been cutting hair my whole life. I started back in, I actually picked up my first pair of clippers in 1987, cutting on my grandmother's porch in the house and everything like that. So, I was cutting hair and went to college at East Central University. I was cutting hair in the dorm rooms, and then I ended up joining the military, and I was cutting hair, and next thing you know, I'm the ship's barber.
Okay.
So I've been doing that all my life, and then when I got out the military, I really didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I was going to get a job and worked at different places and everything. And next thing you know, the opportunity came, and I started working at a barbershop called Harlem Nights in Dale City off of 44th and Bryant.
Okay.
And it just kind of went from there. And as time went on, I knew exactly I wanted to have my own barbershop, but, I didn't have the funds, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready for that. I didn't know the business side. And then I got my lucky break. I was working at a barbershop and I got fired. And I remember I came home, wife was crying, and I'm like, what you know what I'm saying? What you crying for? Like, I'm not working for another person again. And then a week later, I signed a lease to Fading Up Barbershop in 2012
That's what's up.
on Northwest 23rd Street, right across from Shepherd Mall.
Okay.
And it just went from there. And all I can do is just thank God for the amazing job he done for me. And then as time went on, the opportunity came and opened up a beauty salon called Styling Up. I did a partnership, and we had it over in Dale City, but the partnership just didn't work out well, and I chose to move on. And my partner at the time, he let it go. He moved on with his life, and the opportunity came where the property manager at the shop I'm at now, Fading Up on 63rd and May, came to me and said, "Man, why don't you get this space next door? We'll cut you a deal." So at the time, I really wasn't tripping on it. I wasn't worried about it, but I had some situations with the other shops that were the other Fading Ups where basically I was getting paid. They were paying me to use my name. And so me and the guy and his wife, it just didn't work out. And so they learned the game. I gave them the game, and they learned the game. And then they didn't need me no more, so they changed the names, got rid of the business, got their money, which, I was upset because, like I said, I thought we were better than that. But at the end of the day, all that came into play where I was able to open a beauty salon, and now I got my barbershop and beauty salon right next door to each other. So I can see it, and I don't have to answer to nobody. So, like when I was dealing with them, they watched my social media. They was, all this type of stuff. So I ain't dealing with nobody, just me and myself. And it was all a blessing. So I'm not mad at nobody. Like at the end of the day, I understand the business side of it.
Right.
That's just how business is. Some people can smile in your face and everything good, and when they're away from you, they already plotting. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how business go, and I understand it, and I know what it is, and like I said, it didn't stop me. I'm still going.
Still thriving.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. All right, so I want to tap back into just I want you to expound on who helped you on your career path. I know you've at some point said family and close friends, but if you could pick one person that helped you on your career path, who would it be and why?
I had a lot of people, like a lot of people that would come to me. And like I always used to have people that you come to me like, you need your own barbershop. You need your own barbershop. And it was just like, it was several people, but my mindset wasn't ready for the business. So when I ended up going over to a shop called Fading Up, a guy named Marvin, I learned the business side of it. So I would have to say Marvin, because he taught me the business side. And one thing that he said to me that's to this day is instilled in my mind, he said, when you set your business up, make sure you set it up where it runs itself. So in the barber game, I knew exactly how many barbers I would need to pay the rent, to pay the utilities. So I got to give a big shout out to Marvin, you know what I'm saying, for that.
Shout out to Marvin.
And he tells me he's proud of me. And then another person is my boy Ray Brown, rest in peace.
Okay, Ray Brown.
I learned the do's and the don'ts with Ray Brown, you know what I'm saying? So
good people.
he always believed in me. So it was a lot of people. It's not just them. Like I said, I'm the type of person where I surrounded myself with a lot of people. Like, you know how you have some people say they ain't got no friends. I tell people stay away from them, because it's like 8 billion people on this earth and you ain't got none.
That says something about you.
That says something about you.
It's true.
And like I said, I joined the military. I was in college. I was in high school. You know, I done been around the world, so I done touched a lot of people's lives and a lot of people to touch my life. So, of course, you're going to build a friendship out of that. So I have a lot of friends. Now, it's a lot of people that you see me talking to, associating with. They just people that I deal with.
Right.
I wouldn't call them my friends, because some of the things that they do, I'm not with that.
Yeah.
But I'm just a person like that where I'm cool with everybody. I try to be.
Right.
You said you're in the Navy?
Yes, I was in the Navy.
Okay. How many years?
I did 4 years. Did 4 years. Like I said, where I come from, Atoka, like it's nothing. Like it's not like I'm putting people down, but like it's no good jobs. It's nothing like that where, you know, black people are just really thriving. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that got some good jobs, but they're not the type of jobs they're making $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
$200,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, you might have a job down there where you making, the people I know, and I grew up in my neighborhood, I probably the most successful person, probably made like $60,000, $70,000 a year.
Gotcha.
You know,
I wanted to ask you, you mentioned not knowing the business and then learning the business from the friend, but something that I know that you're really good at is marketing.
Yes.
I listen to XM radio. I can hear you on there. I see you on TV, on the news, hear you on the local radio. Is that something that you just were naturally good at? How did you go about with your marketing?
I've always been naturally good at, you know, speaking to people, you know, just putting off a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about putting out good energy.
Right.
But my big break when it came to that is, rest in peace to my people's Terry Vincent. He I didn't know nothing about the Sports Animal radio station. So he called me, and I guess he listened to it. I didn't know that. And he was like, I want you to listen to this radio station. I got a question to ask, but I'd rather for you to call in. And he asked me the question, but I'm like, that's simple. I answered the question. So I said, let me just listen to him, right? And my guy, rest in peace to my brother from another mother, Bob Berry Jr. I just happened to call in and started talking to him. And I would call in the morning time because we just get to the barbershop and everything like that. Everybody hasn't came in.
Right.
So I started doing that. And it's crazy. I mean, I would have elderly, to this day, like elderly white ladies, they'll hear my voice. Scissorhands.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So
That's
it was
funny.
like in the barbershop, you know, I'm all about good music. So that's when XM satellite radio came out. So Ray Brown, when I was working at Next Justice, I talked him into subscribing to it. And while we listening, I'm like, opportunity to call in, so I call in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to call in the 103. Well, it wasn't 103.5. What was it? The AM station. 1140.
1140, yeah.
I would call in there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then like it's crazy because when people see you and they hear you on radio and see you on TV, it's a different level. It's like they look at you. Like it's been a lot of time when I was broke, people really thought I had money just because they heard me on the radio station, see me on TV. But I knew how to work that. You know, I was like, and and it's crazy. I would tell a lot of these rappers and entertainers, I'm like, y'all got a platform where y'all can call in. It's for free. You can build your own brand, build your own name. Like, I can call in a sports animal with my man Jim Traver, which a lot of people can't stand him. But I built a relationship. This is what that man's job is.
Right.
To talk about sports and everything. Like, how you gonna get mad at this man for his opinion? His opinion ain't stopping you from going to work. It ain't stopping you from getting no money. The best thing for you to do is get good with him where you can build your brand.
Right.
Where you can build a good relationship where you're not supposed to call in and advertise.
Right.
But they allow me to because of the bond I built with them.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Get you a quick drop.
I tell my barbers, I'm like, man, just tell people you work with me. Not to say that I'm all that, but I say just don't mess my name up.
Right.
People gonna deal with y'all just because of me.
Yeah.
But you know, it's egos. A lot of people got egos. I don't have an ego.
Yeah.
I don't have. This is what you get with me.
You seem so laid back and cool. Like,
I'm cooler than a polar bear toenail. Can I take a drink of that, man? Hey, they got me some whiskey, y'all. I'm a tequila man.
Okay. Well, we all know that you have some celebrity clients, and so I want to talk a little bit about that as well. How did you become barber to celebrities? Was it because of the affiliations that you had with OU, or is it just
It was
personality?
the first celebrity that I can recall when I ever seen my first haircut on TV on ESPN2. You know, it's all about word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I was working at a salon and at actually Javon's, and this boxer, what was his name? I think Freddie Pendleton. I think that was his name. So he was fighting on ESPN2 at the Lucky Star Casino.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he was like, he gonna be on TV and everything. I'm like, oh man, my haircut gonna be on TV. So gave him a ball fade, like a ball fade.
Yeah.
You feel me? So he was like, he fighting this dude, and the dude is undefeated. But my guy got some losses. So when he was getting ready to pay for the haircut, I was so ecstatic about my haircut being on TV. I like, bro, don't even worry about it.
Yeah. You straight.
This haircut on the house, which I should have got my money. Let me tell you why. So we was at one of my buddy's house. He had a party, you know what I'm saying? Because he had hit me up and was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I got some tickets for you guys to come to. And I'm like, man, we got a party going on and everything. I appreciate it. Man, first round, he come out. I'm like, look at the fade. Look at the ball fade.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, about a minute later, the ball fade was on the ground.
Oh, no.
And I was like, but look at my fade. Look at my fade. Yeah. So it was
That's
that.
fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was the first time I seen my haircut on TV.
Okay.
And after that, it was just I was so used to it because like I got my big break with the OU Sooners because a buddy of mine, his name was Ahmed Kaba, and he had went to Westmore. And this one I was cutting at Harlem Nights in Dale City. So Ahmed came up in the shop. He said, hey, dog. And he showed me his letter. He said, OU is recruiting me. I said, let's go, baby. So he went down there and he started bringing players to the barbershop.
Okay.
And that's how it all started. So I
Yeah.
owe all that to him. And then, like I said, he ended up going to TCU, and things didn't work out. But you know, he's doing great. And like I said, I started going down there and cutting a lot of them guys' hair. They started coming to the barbershop, and it's just like crazy. And this is a true story. It blew my mind. Me and one of my barbers at the time, Jamon, which he has his own barbershop too. One thing I will do, I want to see all my barbers be bosses.
Yeah.
But everybody's not made to be a boss. Some is
Right.
cool with being a worker, but a lot of them want to be bosses. And I encourage all my barbers to be bosses.
That's amazing.
So we went down to Norman one time for a picnic and everything. Went to go. Some of the players like, come on down, Scissorhands. So we went down there, and this one I actually met Creed Humphrey, plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, the center, number 52. He was like, Scissorhands. He's like, you know, I came to your barbershop when I was a sophomore in high school. And he said, guess what, I'm going to be getting my hair cut. And he was just so ecstatic about that. And I'm just like, I'm looking at Jamon looking at me like, wow. Now, you know, he's a champion.
Right.
2-time champion. You know, but like, stuff like that, you know, it's just like, wow. Like, you know, so
That's good.
it's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, that's dope. That's real
because
dope.
everybody knows who you are, you know, and a lot of people have a lot of respect for you.
Yeah.
And you would think that you were just this huge celebrity, and all you're doing is
Just being me.
just
Yeah.
being you.
Just being
Yeah,
me.
and not to say that that's small.
Yeah.
You know, because that's a great thing, and people thrive on that.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
think that's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's transition into. Let's talk a little bit about your family. Tell us about your family. We know what you do. You Scissorhands.
I have a great family. I have a wonderful wife. You know, it's just me, wifey, and the dog. All our children, you know what I'm saying? She has 2 daughters from a previous relationship, and I have 4 children, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, it's just a great relationship with all of us, and all of our children are grown. You know, I have grandkids now, and it's just a different feeling when you have them grandkids, because I was just like, I understand why my grandmother raised me. So I understand why my grandmother loved me the way she did, because I was talking about it one day in a barbershop, and the guy had told me, he said, what it is like when you're growing with your children, you're still learning.
Yeah, they grow up with you.
Yeah.
So when they're grown and you already have learned, and you know the do's and the don'ts and the what's and the nots, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you're basically at a better place in your life. So it's just a different feeling. It's just when they call you Paw Paw, like my youngest, like all my grandchildren love me.
Yeah.
But my baby boy Silver, it's like, man, when he see me, it's like he'll come to me and he don't even want to go to his mama, my daughter.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just a different
It's
feeling,
Papa.
and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And all I'm trying to do right now is just create general wealth, you know, the wealth that's gonna come, that's gonna pass on to,
Right.
you know, to my children's and their kids and their kids.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful, man. I just
Yeah.
welcome
Generational wealth.
3 granddaughters for me. My son just had twins and another little girl. So
Different feeling.
man, it's different, man.
Yeah.
I just took the twins to their first little doctor's
Yeah.
appointment, man.
Yeah.
They're so little. It's different, man.
Yeah.
It makes you really
Yeah.
put
I
things
told
in
my son, I
perspective.
said, I love you, son, but
These right here.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just different. It's just
Yeah.
different. You know the feeling, so
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, do you want them to follow in your footsteps, or do you have any?
I want them to be greater than me.
Do you see things in them? I mean, I don't
No,
know.
I see
How
me
them.
and my grandkids, the things that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like my son. You know, my son, it's crazy. One day we was all kicking and he just did an impression of me. But he did it so well. I was looking at him like, you even had me fooled.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, it's a video, I just put it on my social media with 2 of my grandsons. They'll take their mom's phone and record. I didn't know they was doing all that. My son's wife. And she put the video in the group chat. And so Adriel is like got the phone where he's recording. And Adonai is singing a song. So he stumbled on the song and he was like, that's it. But Adriel, like, he don't know know the song.
Yeah.
But the way he did it, it reminded of me. And then my grandson Adonai tried to sing. Yeah, see, he still don't know the words. But he not trying to be funny.
Right.
But he's just being himself. And I saw me. I've done like, man, you don't know this.
Who Ryan, your kids?
Yeah.
But then I seen Adonai, the way he was singing it. So I saw me.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so dope.
Yeah.
Like me and my wife was sitting in the bed just laughing about it last night. And I had to call my son and his wife, and we were just cracking up.
The feeling that you get,
Yeah.
being able to just look at what you've produced, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day.
I just want to see him be grown.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm at an age now where, you know, I don't look at, when it comes to death doesn't discriminate. It has no age limit. It doesn't have, it's not prejudice or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We're all here on borrowed time.
That's right.
So I'm just trying to live long enough where I can see them grow and flourish because my kids are grown. That part's out the way. I want to see them get to a certain age and where I'm like,
Right.
I'm good, you know, where they're going in the right path, the right direction. So that's where my mind is at right now.
Yeah. So with your kids being grown, having grandkids, and you put in the footwork to be where you are now, what do you love about what you do now?
I just love being around good people. I love being a person that can inspire and help others.
Yeah.
Like the crazy thing about it was crazy. I called my boy Music Man. He just did that hip hop for the homeless. So after it was over with, we all met up at Louis on the Lake, had some food, had a couple of drinks. Like, man, you know, great time. So I was like, man, I'm out of here. I gave him some money to pay for my tab. I'm like, I'm tired. So when I got home, like around the area where I stay at, you know, it's a lot of homeless people all over the city.
Right.
So it's one homeless man that I know. His name is Dylan. So he just happened to be coming down my street, pushing his cart. So I was getting out of my car, and he yelled out, "Scissorhands." So, you know, I'm like, I just got through dealing with all these homeless people. And don't call them homeless. They do not like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I had to think about it like, wherever they be at, that's their home.
Home where the heart is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I look back, I'm like, hey, what up? And he was talking to me. And I'm just like, you know what? Man, come over here. So he came to my garage, and I got so many pair of shoes. So I got like 20 pair of tennis shoes that when I get a pair, I just rotate them, put them in the garage. So it's like 20 pair of tennis shoes in my garage. Like, man, you like some of the shoes? Like, yeah. So I just grabbed some of the shoes. So I was like, what you doing Thanksgiving? He gonna be around. I told him I'm gonna make sure he eat, get a plate. And like, you want something to drink? And gave him a drink. You know what I'm saying? And
That's what's up.
and you know, like I said, you know, it was just like he was really grateful for that.
Yeah.
Like certain people don't realize that little things mean a lot. You know, like I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gotta go all out. If we give gifts or anything like that, you ain't gotta go all out. 9 times out of 10, somebody's gonna give me something owe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they know that. But I don't care if you give me a pair of OU socks. I'm not gonna frown up at you or nothing like that. I mean,
Right.
I don't care if you just give me a handshake.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, so that I'm not like that, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just know how other people can be appreciated by the little things.
Yeah. That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
And so with you talking a little bit about our transits, I think what's the appropriate term?
No hairdressers.
No
No.
address? Squatters?
I just made that up.
No. Okay. No addresses.
They ain't got no address, do they?
No, they don't. I mean,
Nah.
essentially, they don't.
I gotta take a drink of that. I don't think the Lord gonna send me to hell for saying that, right?
No,
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 I think
no.
you're good with
No,
that one.
because we don't know exactly what to say. But
Yeah.
I do appreciate you kind of talking about that a little bit, because
Yeah.
I think a lot of people see you as a local celebrity, and they probably don't know like how you give back to the community. And so, can you talk to us a little bit about
course.
some of the things that you've done in the community, and anything that you're working on now?
The first thing that I can actually say I gave back to the community is when shout out to my boy Deuce over at Twice the Cuts. I used to see him do the back to school haircuts.
Okay.
And when I first seen him do that, I was like, I reached out to my barber team, and it wasn't even my shop at the time. I'm like, hey man, we need to do that. That's dope. And we started doing that, and it started growing and growing and building and building. And as times went on, I would just think of some ways like, hey, well, we need to do this. And I used to tell everybody like, man, we can come out our pockets, man. You know, we can come out our pockets and make this happen. And a lot of barbers would get involved. And you got your tight barbers that don't want to, but that's on them. I don't try to, if you don't want to do it, that's on you. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to look at you no different.
Yeah.
This is your story, not mine. Hopefully you get involved, but if not, I mean, I ain't going to look at you no different.
Yeah.
I'm going to praise and be thankful for the ones that do. And it just started from there. I remember it got to the point where I had a buddy that worked at Toys R Us. And he, they have to give away so much stuff. So he would give me all these toys. I mean, like I got boxes of toys in the barbershop. I'm talking about drones, remote controls, bikes, everything. And just by dealing with good people, the blessings really started coming through.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the whole thing about it with me, when I do all these things, I don't look for nothing in return.
Yeah.
I know it's going to come. You know what I'm saying? When you do good and be great, nothing but good and great things are going to come to you.
It's in your heart. You're doing stuff from the kindness of your heart, and when you do that, you
Now, I had went and bought a
expect-
lottery ticket. I didn't win, but I can't lie. I tried.
Okay.
Right, you gotta try.
But doing stuff out of the kindness of your heart, I think that you get more back
Yeah.
for that.
It's just a feeling.
I was just
The
gonna say the
feeling.
feeling
It's a
that you
feeling.
get.
Mhm.
I did good. You can say
Yeah.
I did that, and I felt good about it. I didn't feel like I was forced. My arm wasn't forced.
Like, I'm
to.
gonna tell you, like yesterday, when I came to the barbershop, I was just so happy. I was like, man, both of my businesses are right beside each other. Like,
That's dope.
how many people that got their businesses right beside each other
Right.
in a
dope.
strip mall, in a shopping center?
That's what's up.
Like that right there, like, and it's not like I'm trying to brag or boast, but I'm just like, from what I came from, to the rats and the roaches in the house, waking up, knocking roaches off my face. I used to be scared to go to sleep because I was scared. I heard stories how a roach would crawl up in your ear, and that's how bad we had them.
Wow.
So I'd always sleep with the covers on to this day, I sleep with the covers on my head
Wow.
because of that.
Yeah.
And it's like I haven't been able to break it. It's just like that's how I was growing up. I was scared the roaches was gonna crawl in my ear, so I would cover my head up with the blanket. And to this day, I still sleep like that.
I love your story, man. I love
Yeah.
that. I mean, because a lot of people don't want to talk about that.
Right.
I feel like I'm not the only one that went through that.
No, not
Nah.
at all.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like if I tell my story, it can make somebody else's story.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know?
And that's what we want to hear. Like, I get tired of hearing, like, you hear about everybody once they done made it.
Yeah.
But I want to know what it took to get there.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
that's way more
Ain't nobody giving out the
inspiring.
blueprint of that. They'll brag and
Exactly.
boast like, I got this. I see that on social media all the time, which it don't make me mad.
Yeah.
Like, this is your social media. You can say it, whatever. I see people get mad at that.
Yeah.
Like, man, well, let it be the fuel to your fire.
Right.
You go get it.
Yeah, but it's I think it's more relatable when people
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
when you tell the whole story.
Yeah, that's
Right,
I feel you.
right.
I feel
Yeah,
you
you
on
know what I'm
that.
saying,
I
and
feel
that's
you
what
on
I
that.
like about you.
Yeah.
You telling the whole story
Yeah.
right now, and you giving us an insight into
If you look at my social media, I'm always trying to put out funny content. I'm trying to put out inspirational content.
That's what's up.
You know, I'd have a lot of people like ask me to share their stories, their businesses, and I do it. I'm like, nah, you know. But I had to make my page where you just, because I had it where people would just flood my timeline with, you know,
Right.
like, nah,
Yeah.
we ain't doing that. You know, but like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at nobody for even trying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, how has your business? Have you had to adapt to any type of technology, and how it plays a role in your business? I know you said you have two businesses and they're side by side.
Watch
and
this. You
that's
ready for
great.
this? If you don't keep up with the times, you're going to get left behind.
I know that's right.
Next question.
Okay, that's it right there. Message. You better
up.
get that message.
She trying to go deep. Y'all, come on.
No.
Hit me.
Can you share an instance where you've had to make a tough decision as a business owner?
Letting the barber go.
You've had
Letting the
that.
barber go. Yeah.
I know you kind of you said that you've handpicked everybody.
Yeah, but like I said, at the end of the day, some barbers are who they are. You know, and you love them, and you want to see them do better, and you want to see them be great. But their ways, you know, and you can you have a great friendship with them. But at the end of the day, it's business.
Yeah.
So that's the toughest thing, you know, that I've had to do, where I was like, you know, hey, and one thing I don't fire my barbers, they fire themselves.
That's a great way to look at it.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but it was the best thing that happened, because this day we're still friends,
Right.
you know, and
Just didn't work out
it
in
just
business.
didn't work out on business.
Right.
No, that's
So
good.
that was the toughest thing, when you got love for someone, and you see their potential, and you see the talent, but their ways is holding themselves back.
Okay.
I remember I said that to one of my barbers, and I ain't gonna say who it is, but I said, man, you holding yourself back. And I started breaking it down. He's like, what you mean I'm holding myself back? I'm trying to just give you some insight. Like, bro, if I had the talent that you had, man.
Right.
You hurting yourself.
I don't say sky's the limit. I say Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
Straight up.
I like that.
I don't know nothing past outer space.
I like that. I like that.
So, in your industry, is there anything that you would like to see changed?
I would like it where they took okay, so you had to, in order to apprentice someone, you know what I'm saying, you just had to be a licensed barber, work for so long. They
Right.
took it away. Now you have to be an instructor. You know what I'm saying? And I know the reason how it happened, but I'm not going to get involved in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put them on blast, but that's how I got my barber's license.
Being an apprentice.
Because at the time, which when my ex-wife, when I was married to at the time, I was married. We got children. I got to get some money,
Right.
but I'm not able to go to school and do all this. You know what I'm saying? It just don't work. So with the apprenticeship program, you're able to work in the barbershop, work under somebody, still get your money, whatever how it works with you and that person. But when I apprenticed someone, I never charged them nothing. I wanted to help them.
Right.
But then you got these people that got these schools that's on the committee and everything. They want to stop that because they feel like that's taking them money away from them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, like I said, when I came into the barber game, like barber school was only like $3,000 to go to. Now it's like $20,000.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to get grant. Yeah,
Yeah, my mom has had
So
those
with these
situations
and these people that got these barber schools,
Mm-hmm.
that's money in their pocket.
Right. Big
And
business.
that's greed. That's greed.
Mm-hmm.
And like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I say go to school.
Right.
Go to school. But I understand why a person can't because they got this going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need something. A lot of times, when you need money, you need that. You need to put together a hustle, and you
Yeah,
need to put it
yeah.
together quick.
Right.
Yeah, and that can lead to someone selling drugs, doing illegal activities,
Mm-hmm.
just trying to make a way for their family,
Right.
putting themselves in a situation,
Mm-hmm.
and one day they might not be able to get out. So that's one thing that I would like to change, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's a business, so you know how it goes with business. It's all about money.
So what's one thing you wish people really understood about being a barber or your business?
I mean, being a barber, just because you can cut hair don't mean you the best barber out there.
Yeah.
It comes with coming to work on time.
Mm-hmm.
It's come with professionalism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're running late, you know, it's communication with your clients.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of that coming just because a person can cut hair. Like, man, I'm cold. But I had people like, man, I'm really good. But what about your work ethics? Are you gonna come to work?
Right.
Like, how are you gonna treat this? Is you gonna treat this like it's just a whole hustle, or is it a
Mhm.
business?
Right.
I feel like when you go to a beauty shop, like both of my grandmothers were beauticians and they had beauty shops, and so growing up, you go for the experience. Like I just remember beauticians being like, people that people looked up to in the community. They gave great advice. It wasn't one of those places that you go to and you sitting in a chair waiting on somebody
Yeah.
to get there, and they ain't called you or said nothing.
Yeah.
And you wasting your time.
Yeah.
You come in, they're ready to,
Yeah.
wash your hair, give
Yeah.
you that great experience. In my grandmother's beauty shop, it was Triangle Beauty Shop. They didn't have there was no cussing. They didn't do all of that, but they were in there uplifting
Yeah.
women. And so I guess when I go to a place or a space, I'm looking for that same thing that I grew up on.
That's like church.
Yeah.
Like when you go to church, like you want to go to a church where you feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a feeling. Like I don't go to church just to, like, don't get me wrong. We all want to hear a good word,
Right.
but I want to hear a good word where it's like,
It moved you.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like the way that little girl was up there singing.
Yeah.
I like the way this lady was just rejoicing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it's all the above.
Right.
What I look for. I don't just want A and B. I want A, B, C, D, and E.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And like I said, the way we do it at my barbershop at Fading Up is that when you walk in, you greet all the barbers. I mean, every barber walks in, shake hands and everything like that.
That's what's up.
You know,
Right.
that's how we do it. We got a little kid. His name is Teo, little Mexican kid. And I recorded. I was cutting this lady's hair, and I said, "Watch." Before he came in, I said, "Watch what he do. Just watch this." He came in and greeted all the barbers,
That's what's up.
and he was like 7 at the time.
Yeah.
She thought that was so amazing.
It is. I mean, I feel
Where
like
it rubs off on the children.
that's what I was gonna
Right.
say. Each one teach one.
Yeah,
You know.
right.
Yeah.
And I think that's inspiring, and I think that that's good because some of the kids that come into your barbershop or your beauty shop may be missing something at home that they can gain in that
Exactly.
facility.
We help raise these children.
Exactly.
I remember I told a lady one time, I was like, "Look, stop crying. You did your job."
Yeah.
And it was like she hugged me and she said she needed to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you did your job. I understand that's your child, but you did your job.
And that's all you can
It's
do.
their story.
Right.
Yeah, as long as you did your job and you
That's
didn't give up. But like I said, at the end of the day, they got to find out for their own because, like, it was crazy because I remember we was, and this is not nothing to do with children, but we was in Vegas. We went out. You remember when they had the All-Star in Vegas that one year?
Yeah.
I think it was like 2007. I think 2007, where they was acting up. Well, I was out there. And I remember our limo driver. Well, he was a a driver, and we was got to know him and everything like that, and we even let him borrow our room. He met a little chick, and man, you can use the room. We ain't tripping. So, but I remember I was talking to him, and he was telling me a story. He's from Chicago, and he said he did time in the pen. He did like 5 years. I'm like, what happened? He said one of his partners told on him. I said, what would you do if you seen him today? He said, I'd give him a hug. Because that was the best thing that ever happened to me because the road I was going down. And he said that changed my life.
Yeah.
I never forget that.
That's crazy.
So, like, I never wish jail on nobody. But if you go to jail and it change your life, because ain't that what it's supposed to be for?
Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah. Some people go in, they come out, go right back. I tell them, you got a boyfriend there if you keep in and out like that. But like I said, at the end of the day, hey, I'm telling you, you keep going in and out, you got to have a boyfriend up in there. Like what? Like you ain't learned, like selling dope ain't for you. Like
you right, world's dumbest criminal, bro. Come on.
But at the end of the day, I ain't mad at nobody. Because like I said, when a person does that, it's someone that's watching them, and they like, I ain't going that route.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, I don't never say you learn. It's either you going to learn one or two things, a lesson and a blessing. I look at it like you got two, a lesson and a blessing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Every time.
How do you envision your legacy as a business owner for you and for your business and for your community?
Greatness.
Okay.
I'm all about greatness. Yeah, like I said, that's my thing is to be great.
So what's the next big goal for Scissorhands?
Man, and it's crazy that we saying it's like, and I ain't got no problem. I want to be rich. The reason why I say that is because I know what it's like being poor.
Right.
I ain't broke, don't get me wrong, but when I say I want to be rich, I'm going to do bigger things. I don't want to do it where I got to rely on this person to help me and everything. I want to be able where I can do it on my own.
Yeah.
If I want to say like, hey, I want to buy like 1,000 turkeys. I want to rent this space out. I want to be able to where I'm able to do it, where I ain't got to worry about nobody coming together, because when you depend on other people to help you out, sometimes they don't come through.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then, like I said, I want to leave things for my children's children's. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we all got a checkout date.
Yes.
I want to be where they straight, Like I said, I do what I can for them and everything like that. I want to be like, if anything, like anything that happens with my children, where they need this money right then and there. I don't want to have to be where, hold on, let me, you know what I'm saying?
Give me a couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, that's just me. And then the crazy thing about it, and this is so funny to me, right? I had so many people say, well, you're rich. Until a rich person tell me I'm rich. It's always be the broke one. The broke ones always say that you're rich.
And they looking at what they...
It's always, if you notice that.
Right.
You're rich. You're already rich. I know I'm rich in spirit. I'm rich in all that.
Right.
But I can't go buy a Ferrari off the lot without the IRS messing with me.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. But I ain't mad at if somebody said they want to be a billionaire, they want to be rich. I'm like, shit, you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to encourage them. Get your money.
Yeah.
Until you be able to walk in a bank and get some money off your looks. It's a lot of beautiful people out here. I ain't know nobody that can do that.
No, I ain't.
Look, I'm beautiful. I need $100,000. Nah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Like I said, why people go to work?
Right.
To get what?
Money.
Yeah.
They ain't doing it for fun.
Why these people standing out in the corner?
Get money.
Yeah.
They want well, they want something.
Yeah. I seen the dopest thing. I remember I came back. This is years before we had 6 Point beer and everything in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We had came back from Texas. Got some beer. Dude on the side of the street. He said, "Voila, I need a beer." I gave him a whole 6-pack.
Oh man, you blessed him.
Yeah, you did.
But I thought that was so dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, That's original.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, so like I said, at the end of the day, it's a lot of money out there. I tell everybody, get your money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do it in a way where it won't harm you or anybody around you to get the money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
What if you could give a nugget to one person
A
that
nugget,
is
what do you mean?
if you could inspire one person watching this podcast that may be younger, older, maybe a child, to follow their dreams as an entrepreneur, what would you tell them to do?
Never give up.
Never give up. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a time of like, nah, this ain't working.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time and energy on something that ain't going to happen. Like I said, I tell people like this, like, people that said like, don't you tell them that, like, yeah, like quit saying like, people got this bad where they say you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Everybody can't be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody can't be the president of the United States.
Right.
That's true.
It's only a selected few that can do that. You can only do what your mind, body, and soul and your abilities allow you to do. Because there's people that are like, well, I'm going to do this. I'm like, no, you're not. I know you.
Right.
You always say you're going to do this and everything. Now, one day you might fool me. But knowing who you are and the person I know, no, you're not. I got a partner, he was like in his 50s. And he talking about he going to go to Langston. For what? For what?
He want to experience college life.
But what I'm saying is like he about to go enroll. For what?
Yeah. First time
And
student.
which I'm not trying to kill nobody's dream.
I was just
Right.
gonna say, well,
You
what
just
is he
talking about
trying
that
to
specific
do?
individual.
Exactly.
Right.
Bro, you should have done this when you was 18, 19, 20, 21, 50.
Right.
I know you. You going to get down there and get to looking at them girls.
He need to hit up Mid-American
Yeah.
Christian College.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, some people talking.
Yeah.
And I ain't mad at nobody because it's entertaining to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good laugh. But like I said, be real with yourself. Be true to yourself.
That's what I was gonna
Right.
say. Just be honest.
Don't waste your time.
And I'm glad that you don't sugarcoat with your friends.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Be
No.
honest with them. Hey man, you know you ain't gonna do.
Yeah.
You know you don't have no.
I like, for what? Like,
Yeah.
50 years old and you about to. Now, I understand if that's your goal to get a degree. You promise your mama. You know what I'm saying? I dig it. But I know him.
But this
none
ain't
of
the
that.
route.
Exactly.
Roast
Exactly.
steak. Roast steak. All right. Well, how can the followers reach you? How can they follow you on social media?
I am not hard to find. All my social media is Scissorhands OKC. My real name is Corey Sutter. If they can't find me, they can reach out to y'all.
Okay.
For sure.
It's just that simple. I'm not hard to find. I didn't have people who was trying to find me, and they called a radio station at Sports Animal. So
That's what's up.
I'm not.
That's
I didn't
dope.
have people call a news station
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
for me. So I'm not hard to find
Okay.
at all.
Cool.
Well, I just want to thank you for coming and just sitting and talking with us. I couldn't come up with any hard questions. I see you are so
It's
easy to talk
easy.
to.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And so I really do appreciate you coming and talking to
Yeah.
us and sharing your story with us.
Very candid.
And
Yeah.
so with that being said, that's it. And
I really appreciate you guys having your platform. So
Yeah.
like I love this. You know, like if I can do anything to help others get closer to their dreams, I'm all for it.
we
appreciate
that.
you.
Yeah.
Hope we can get like 1 million views. Like what 100? We need 100 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
something
get
like
it.
that.
So subscribe.
You
That's
did.
right. And if you want to see more information about Turtlesmith, please go to the Turtlesmith Network, and that is at turtlesmith.com. Thank you all so much, and have a good evening.
Hey.
Yeah.